I'm a dietitian specializing in ADHD and binge eating, and every single time I talk about the importance of not having food restrictions if you're trying to build a more positive relationship with food, the pushback I often see is, well, if I just let my brain have everything that it wants, then I'm going to eat nothing but cakes, cookie, and candy, and that's not good for my health. And so I want to talk a little bit about the difference between restriction and discretion, because those are two different things. So restriction is having very rigid rules around the food, around how much you can have and how often. And oftentimes what that really looks like is ideally the amount of this food I should have is 0. Or they may say something like, that food is not food for me. And if you're just trying to white knuckle it through cravings all the time, of course they're afraid that if they were to let go of that control and let go of that restriction, that's all the food that they would eat. But the reality is that the part of the reason why your brain is throwing all those cravings is because you are restricting that food. If you make that food a scarce resource, then your brain is going to become obsessed with it because it wants to hoard as much of that resource as it can because it might not get it in the future. And so in the context of intuitive eating, how is that different than discretion? Here's the way that I personally view it. Your brain has a lot of different needs and your body has a lot of different needs, and some of those needs are the same needs and some of those needs may be contradictory. So your brain may be seeking dopamine in order to help regulate its stimulation needs or to help it calm down because of stress. That may be in conflict with some of your health goals. So when it comes to eating intuitively, your job is to figure out how to meet as many of those needs as you possibly can. How can you eat in a way that makes your brain as happy as possible and is as pleasurable as possible while making your body feel as good as possible too? So let me put this into more tangible terms. Let's say that you ate an entire quart of ice cream and you felt like garbage physically afterwards. A restrictive mindset would say, that was bad and I'm never going to do that again, so I need to limit my access to ice cream. I can never have ice cream in the house ever again. A non-restrictive way to look at this would be, okay, eating that much ice cream didn't make me feel very good. Is there a way that I can have ice cream and feel very satisfied with it and feel good afterwards physically? What would that middle space be? Because I want to have as good of a time eating ice cream as I can, and that means feeling good afterwards. So how can I negotiate what that looks like so that I can reach that middle ground and support myself as well as I can? Hope this helps.